I'm here at this conference because there's so many voices at this place. I mean, you have philanthropy voice, you have civil society voice, you have government voice, and I think the voice of parliamentarians is also important. That's why I'm here. It is important because, citizens around the world must understand why it matters to care about somebody across the seas from you, and why it matters for you to know that somebody is caring about you across the seas. I often say that development cooperation matters because if you think, as a citizen of the North, that you have a right to comment about my elephants, for example, why I should protect them, because you have a right to say something about them, then you should also know that I have a right for you to make it possible for me to move away from the pack so that the elephant can survive. So the world is interconnected. It's important because there's no donor and recipient. It is about the interconnectedness of the world and the fact that you have a right anywhere in the world to comment about whether or not somebody's polluting the earth in one corner. And they have a right to say, if you want me to stop because I really do need to eat today, then you must make it possible for me to move away from this path so that it can survive. So that's really what it's about, is the interconnectedness of all of us. Parliamentarians are the voice of the people. And if they're going to amplify that voice, demanding on government to deliver education and health and roads, they must also know where the money comes from, where the assistance comes from. You cannot be accountable unless you have ownership, and so it's important for parliamentarians to understand the quality and quantity, of development cooperation, and also to comment about whether or not they are getting the quality and quantity. And also to parliamentarians are they've got two key roles. First of all, they pass laws about budgets that is really carving out development cooperation, slicing it up for according to priorities in their own countries. But on the other hand, they also have an oversight role, and therefore you cannot oversee something you don't understand. Parliamentarians have got a role to shift the language from seeing development as owned by government and see it as owned by public. We need to change our mindset that they are government projects. There's a government school, there's a government hospital, there's a government dam, and begin to think about the public school, public hospital, public dam. Because once you do that, you shift ownership from government to citizens, and therefore you give them autonomy, or you give them the voice to challenge us. So I really think as a parliamentarians, I see myself as somewhere between this intermediary role between the people and government on the other side.